Hi, I'm Father Brendan Bartlett. This week I want to let you know that God wants you to be happy in this life and for eternity with Him in the next. And if we're going to talk about virtue, we necessarily have to talk about the moral life. And I think it's a good idea to examine our relationship with the moral life. How do we perceive our obligations in the church? I think we can fall into the danger of looking at our moral life as something that's externally imposed upon us by some kind of outside authority. Why don't I do this? Why can't I do this? Because God said so. If we do that, we set ourselves up for the danger of what we would call something like legalism, and that was the sin of the Pharisees, the whitewashed tomb syndrome, where our holiness equals how good we observe externally the law. We can also fall into the problem of minimalism, like just checking boxes. What is the least I have to do to get this to count? How late can I show up for Mass? How early can I leave? Things like that. But the truth of the matter is that God does not want us to operate that way. He doesn't want us to fulfill the law because He says so. He wants us to fulfill the law because we want to, out of love. If we look at the readings from today, we have Jesus saying, "Whoever loves me will keep my word, and my Father will love him." Just prior to this, He says, "If you love me, keep my commandments." But then He says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives it, do I give it to you. Do not let your hearts be troubled or afraid." His message to us is clear. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to be at peace. And we live this life of virtue. That is who we are and who we will become. Now, my challenge to you this week is to take a look at your relationship with the moral law. How is it that we look at our obligations? Do we go to Mass on Sunday because we have to or because we want to? We follow the Church's teachings on contraception because that's what the law is? Or do we know God's beautiful plan for love and marriage in our lives? And I think if we take a good look at that, it'll help us to evaluate that relationship and see whether we're falling into one of those other categories or we're really living the life, the happy life that God wishes us to live. Hey, Tom and Lisa, I just wanted to thank you guys for letting us film on your beautiful property. God bless. Click here to subscribe.